What's up, YouTube? It's Ev, bringing the blaze back, and we're back with episode 5 of our Pokemon Platinum series Let's Play. Now, last time, if you don't remember what we did, we got through Oreburgh City. We actually beat the first gym leader, Rorik. Beat his Cranidos, and we actually evolved our starter Chimchar. So let's go ahead and get into it. This next part of the game, this next stretch, is a very important stretch, in my opinion. It was always one of my favorites, and I'm excited to share it with you. Also, we will be ending up in Eterna City today at the end of the episode, so I will be going to that Nickname Raider's house, and I have a couple suggestions from the fans, and from my own mind as well. So we are going to be nicknaming these absolute units on our team. We've got Monferno, we've got Bidoof, and we've got Zubat. We are going to try to level up Bidoof and Zubat a little bit more. I mean, not to an insane level, but Monferno, as always seems to happen in his older Let's Plays, is very much pulling ahead of the pack. So, of course, we got to keep things balanced a little bit. You know, Monferno takes over, it'll be far too easy to get a solo run. Let's stop and talk to this miner before we leave. These vents exchange the hot air down below with the fresh air outside. Looking down gives them the urge to start yelling into them. Hello! Yeah, so actually that's a really cool thing. So Sinnoh, they're very much about their naturalism and like sustainability. Oh, thud! Whoops, Ev, you got the gym badge, huh? Eterna City is the next place with the gym that gives away badges, right? So yeah, I went to Route 207, but you can't go there without a bicycle. I made my team battle and toughen them up so it wouldn't be a waste. So I'm going back to Jubilife City. Next stop, the Eterna Gym Badge. 10 seconds before I dash. 9. Pop. Who's got the time to count? Yes, actually, funny story. When the first time I played this, when I got to Oreburgh, I found my way to Oreburgh just fine. But then I kept on trying to get up that, like, the route on the right side. I think it's 207, what everyone was just talking about. And I could not figure out for the life of me how to progress the game for the longest time. And I finally figured out you gotta go back this way, the way you came, into Jubilife City, in order to go north. So here we are. There's Looker again. Tell me, have you not obtained a Pal Pad? Is it not a Pal Pad free to anyone visiting the Pokemon Center's basement? Anyway, there appears to be no one shady in this Jubilife City. I shall therefore take my investigation elsewhere. But, my friend, I suggest you remain vigilant for shady grown-ups. I would make a comment about, like, what about shady grown-ups like you, but honestly, Looker, there is nothing shady about him. He is the most chalant man I have ever met in my entire life. There is no semblance of nonchalance. Nonchalantness? Oh, hello! Right this way, please! Hello, I'm glad to meet you. My name is Tila, and I'm your guide to the Pokemon Wi-Fi Club. First, I need to give you this. There it is, that's the Pal Pad. Hinted from Looker. That's your Pal Pad. You may register your friends in it. Once registered, you can link with those friends with the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection. WFC Wi-Fi connection. To trade Pokemon, battle, and so on. Would you like to know more? Understood. I hope you enjoy using Nintendo WFC. Yeah, so we got our Pal Pad. Cool, let's nab that. We already got our first Seeker last time, I believe. Man, this music is so relaxing. I remember talking a little bit in episode 1 about how Legends Arceus did remixes to all of the Sinnoh themes. Jubilife Village, I mean, I feel like I hear a little bit of it. But, I mean, I had some real trouble the first time I played it. First time I heard someone talk about that. I was like, wait, really? Like, Jubilife Village is a remix of Jubilife City? Like, it sounds fairly different. I'll have to go back with, you know, a fresh set of ears. It's been probably like a year since I've played it. Maybe a year and a half. So I'll go back with a fresh set of ears, and we'll play it some after, you know, freshly exploring Platinum. And we'll see just how close it is. But let's go ahead and let's head north out of the city, and it's Mystery Men. Bum bum. Now. Professor Rowan, you must comply. Hand over all your research findings, for free, naturally. Failure to comply will result in a painful time for your assistant.
Ah, Ev. Well, how is the Pokédex progressing? That's Orberg's gym badge I see. But hadn't I given you your first Pokemon only recently?
Yeah, fairly recently. Only about 4 episodes ago.
Perhaps being a trainer is like second nature to you.
Oh, Professor of Pokemon, must you be so difficult? We're speaking to you on business, because this is work for us. What we're saying is, we demand you comply with our demands.
Quiet, you lot. Why must you be such a nuisance? Let me list some lessons you still need to learn. 1. Don't loiter about for no good reason.
Watch Professor Rowan pop off right here.
2. Don't interrupt others while they're attempting to converse. 3. If you don't get your way, don't raise your voice to be intimidating. 4. Don't think you've grown strong just because you're in a group. 5. What is with those absolutely outlandish outfits you have on? My goodness, you call yourselves adults? You kids, don't grow up to be like these sorry specimens.
Professor Rowan dropping bars right there. Yeah, you had to make this personal. You forced our hand into making this a show of force. We will make you regret insulting Team Galactic.
You kids, give these thugs a lesson in civility, please.
Let's battle together. Oh, okay, I was gonna switch out into Bidoof first. I thought I had to run up on the grunt first. But we are gonna try to switch Bidoof in, see if we can get some levels. 11. Oh, that's scary though. So I think maybe we knock out this Glameow. This is cool. We get to see Turtwig from this perspective. Glameow's pretty fast. I think he's actually faster than Monferno. So I'm gonna go ahead and Mach Punch, see if we can get rid of this Glameow, and then we can bring in Bidoof. There we go. Okay, perfect. And that level 16, Monferno is really pulling ahead. I found this like very hard to make not happen. We're gonna keep our all moves, not forget Fury Swipes. I like her moveset right now. It's good at the moment. It does use Poison Gas. Poison Gas, I mean, is actually a pretty good. Oh. Okay, so at least in the modern games, Poison Gas poisons both opponents, I'm pretty sure. Do you want to actually level up Zubat? No, let's get Bidoof. The man, the myth, the beaver. Alright. Perfect. Oh, yeah, and Turtwig. So, if you guys don't know, the Sinnoh starters are actually very, very thematically balanced. So they're each based on different mythologies. So Turtwig being the world turtle becomes a turtle with a mini world on its back. Empoleon gets a trident like Poseidon and becomes the ruler of the oceans. And then Chimchar becomes Infernape, who's based on Sun Wukong from a Chinese legend, Journey to the West. So they actually have fitting stat spreads for that too. So as you can see, our Monferno, it excels at physical attack, special attack, and speed, right? So it's a fast mixed attacker with, I mean, okay defenses, right? It's pretty balanced all the way around. All starters are. I don't think there are any starters with like horrendous in one stat. I think like Torterra's pretty slow, but it's not the slowest thing ever. So Monferno is a not bulky but strong, speedy mixed attacker. And then Empoleon excels in special attack and special defense, fully on the special side, and Torterra excels fully on the physical side, the physical attack, physical defense. And so you kind of have like your choice of playstyle there. I always prefer the speedy mixed attacker, like versatility, like saying I come up against something with high special defense, I can hit on the physical side, vice versa. I like that, but I do like how they're thematically balanced with each other, like fully physical, fully special, a mix of the two of them, but neither bulk. You leave us no option. We will retreat for now. We shall do so because Team Galactic is benevolent to all.
That lot, they called themselves Team Galactic. When Pokemon evolve, they seem to release some type of energy. However, I believe it's a mystic power far beyond our control. But Team Galactic seems to be studying that power's potential. They want to know if it can be used as energy for something.
Did you know? The professor studies the evolution of Pokemon too. According to his research, According to my research, what's that from? Magic School Bus. Dorothy or something like that.
90% of all Pokemon are somehow tied to evolution. Well, maybe that's the reason those people tried to take the professor's research data by force. That's really unforgivable.
It's all over, so you can relax now. Still, thanks to you two, nothing came from that situation, and I appreciate that. Incidentally, Ev, kudos to you for your battling skill. It got me thinking, why don't you collect all the gym badges of Sinnoh? Doing so, you'll be sure to encounter lots of Pokemon. That of course means your Pokedex pages will continuously fill up. In other words, it will be a great help to my research. That said, I've given you your first Pokemon and Pokedex as yours to keep. You're free to do with them as you wish. Take care now. So we are going to go back. We are poisoned.
Oh, that was very good. Nicely done. Truly excellent. Oh, I beg your pardon. I'm from Jubilife TV. I'd like you to ask me for letting me watch that smashing battle.
Smashing. I've obtained the fashion case. Perfect. Nigel Thornberry. Crushing. I put the fashion case away.
Contained within that fashion case, you will find a whole spectrum of chic accessories and tasteful backdrops. Dress up your Pokemon and watch their appeal grow. And right now, the TV station is offering its facilities so visitors can dress up their Pokemon. There are also prize giveaways too. Please do visit our TV station.
Yeah, so we are going to heal this. This is what poison looks like. See, every couple steps I take, Monferno's HP is actually going down. It's going to update when we get the Pokemon Center. You can see how much damage it took. So we're going to go ahead and heal up. Make sure that that poison doesn't reach Monferno. And before I forget, I am going to switch Bidoof to the front. Just so we can kind of get him and Zubat caught up with the rest of, I guess the rest of the team, Monferno specifically. Let's go ahead and check out that TV station though before we leave Jubilife. We're already here. You'll notice we actually come through Jubilife quite a bit throughout this journey. Jubilife is definitely like the central cog. It's the hub that all the other cities branch off of. So this is not the last time we'll be in Jubilife, and every time we come here, it gets a little bit better. So actually, real quick, I'm not sure if... So, remember the Pokédex we got? This apparatus on the left side of the screen. This is actually the Pokédex company right here. And these guys are the developers. And this is the owner, and that's the developer to the left right there. And they develop new apps as you progress through the game. And so we stop back in, every time we stop back into Jubilife City, we can check back in for more apps. I forget which one gives it to us. Oh, you can be sure that I will keep developing Pokédex apps. Just like my Pokemon, my Pokédex is something that evolves. Yeah, okay, so it's this guy. Hi. I'm the president of the Pokédex company. Hi, your patience is rewarded. I've developed a new Pokédex app. So we got Memo Pad. We can write memos on the Pokédex now. The Memo Pad app can be used for jotting down quick notes. That's the Memo Pad. Well, it is what it is. Yeah, so as we stop back in every now and then, we'll stop back at the Pokédex Center, we'll get more Pokédex apps, and our Pokédex becomes more of a Swiss Army knife. So, I always thought that's cool too. It gives you really a sense of progression. Let's stop at the TV Center, and let's just talk to everyone here real quick.
They keep track of official records here. Things like winning streaks or how many Pokemon you've caught. You can check everyone's records up on the 3rd floor.
This is the TV Center, right? This is the Pokemon Lottery Corner. Yeah, let's check today's lucky number. Let's see if it matches. Oh, we didn't get a match. Hold on. I usually visit the Pokédex company, but I haven't gone to the TV Center. Yeah, Jubilife, okay. I'm not going crazy. It is right here.
I'm going to get commercials shown on TV. They'll attract more customers to the department store.
Oh, also, there is a department store. It's not until Veilstone City. In this game, I think the 4th gym. In this game, it switches between Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. But the department store is always so fun to go through. It gives you like a huge boost in the middle of the game. You get like TMs, you get items, and also over here, you can't actually stay here. But Jubilife condominiums, tenants wanted. It's cool. It kind of adds that world building. Like they're still trying to build this city, and it's still very much wild and natural, and it's just begun. They're trying to merge the two, like modern advancement with the natural world, which is what I was saying before I left Orberg City. They have those mines to keep the air clean. I'm gonna grab this Pokeball while I talk. Um, so they care a lot about the workers in the mine. So what they do is they filter out clean air from the outside, the fresh mountain air, down into the mines, so that the miners don't, develop like coal lung or black lung or whatever it is. So they have fresh air to work in, good working conditions. So they're integrating. It's compared to the other regions, it feels very much like a primal version of technology, like a very simplistic version. But for Sinnoh, it fits right in. Like, Sinnoh's not supposed to be like this. Like, if you ever been to Unova in the black and white titles, Castelia City is a bustling city. There's businessmen, there's skyscrapers. I think it's based off New York City. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but Manhattan or New York City or something like that. And that's very technologically advanced. There's electronic billboards and stuff. Sinnoh is very much there, has a more primal, wild feel than that. It's not really meant to feel like this, futuristic city, futuristic region in general. All right, let's go ahead and battle a couple trainers here.
Oh, a weak-looking trainer. Do you want to have a go?
So this is actually the route where we can catch Badoo. But I'm not planning on using Badoo. I didn't get any votes for Badoo, and I do already have Zubat. I got a comment on the last video from The Shining Gamer, shout out to you. He was talking about there's a weakness on my team so far of a lot of, like a big Psychic type weakness. And I was looking back at it, Badoof's not weak, but we do have Zubat's weak to Psychic, and, ooh, that was really close, and Monferno's weak to Psychic. So, kind of looking into a Psychic resist, and there were two that I was considering. I was thinking between Bronzor, which would be a 4x Psychic, like a hard Psychic resist, because Steel and Psychic both resist Psychic, and it's a good defensive mon anyway. I mean, you've got you got two abilities, Levitate or Heat Proof. One of them negates one of your weaknesses into an immunity, and one of them cuts that in half. So, very good. Oh, so yeah, if you're playing the modern games, real quick, I'm going to interject here. If you're playing the modern games, Leech Life is a really good move. It's like 80 base power and heal half of what you dealt. Back in these games, before the buff, I think the buff was in Sun and Moon. I think the buff was in Sun and Moon, because they wanted to make Buzzwole good. This is a 20 base power move, so it's very early on. It still heals you, but it's not a very high base power. But I was thinking between Bronzor, very solid defensive Pokemon all the way around, will give us a hard Psychic resist, and there is a notable Psychic trainer that comes up later in this game. If y'all have played Sinnoh before, it doesn't even matter, Diamond and Pearl too, you'll know who I'm talking about. One of the last trainers in the game will be very threatening if you don't have any Psychic answers. My other option, I know it's not, competitive, sure, fine, whatever, but I was thinking, so in Diamond and Pearl, like in Diamond, you can only find skull fossils in the underground, right? So you can only revive Cranidoses. In Pearl, you can only find armor fossils in the underground, and so you can only revive Shieldons. In Platinum, there's a 50-50 chance for each of them, so we could get either one. I was thinking maybe bring on a Bastodon to the squad. That would be a very defensive mon. Its typing isn't the greatest, sure, Rock, Steel, but unless we're facing specifically a ground type or a fighting type, those are two major weaknesses. I mean, it can handle a 2x weakness. It's got like 140 defenses or something like that in both defenses. So I was thinking Bronzor or Bastiodon. So if you have a preference between those two, go ahead and drop it down in the comments. But I'm debating between the two right now. I'm kind of leaning towards Bastiodon at the moment, to be honest. So if you think that'll be a dumpster fire, let me know. If you think it'll be fun to watch me use a Bastiodon, let's go with Bastiodon, man. But that's kind of what I'm leaning towards right now. These are free levels for Bidoof here. So if you played any Pokemon game, you should be familiar with Magikarp. It starts out really weak, only knows Splash, which is a move that does literally nothing. If you noticed, every time you splash, nothing happens. But at level 20, he evolves into Gyarados and gets a huge step up, and he's stronger than like any other level 20 Pokemon. And so you get like a huge power spike. And then Gyarados is a good Pokemon through the rest of the game, but you just have to get through that Magikarp phase. Which honestly, a lot of people think it's hard. I feel like it's not that hard to get to the Magikarp phase. Because all you gotta do is just switch it in, switch it out, KO something. Switch it in, switch it out, KO something, you know? Maybe a little bit time consuming, but nothing awful. So, if you know our evolutions, I was thinking about putting Gyarados on this team, but I did want to have Bidoof on the team. And Bidoof actually evolves into a normal water type, so we do have our water type covered. And I'm kind of looking forward to actually using Bidoof in battle. A lot of people really underrate it, but I think I said some in episode 1 too. He is a really good HM user. Like, not only can he learn a lot of the HMs, but in battle, he gets stab on everything. And his stats are not awful. So, I mean, he can, like, if anybody's going to use Strength or Waterfall or Surf, I mean, Bidoof, or his evolution Bibarel, is really going to do it the best. So this is Bidoof. This is one of my original team members, actually. I was the one I was kind of considering, but I decided on using Zubat in its place as our, you know, resident poison type Pokemon. I'm kind of glad I did. I do really like Bidoof and his whole evolution line. I think Roselia was kind of bland by itself, but it definitely feels like a middle stage. Like, it feels like it belongs here in Sinnoh. So, and yeah, a lot of people mind the baby evolutions. I really don't. I think a lot of the baby evolutions are cool. Because, I mean, you couldn't find a Roselia this early in the game otherwise, right? They wouldn't put a Roselia here. But having a baby for it, or like you wouldn't have a Sudowoodo this early in the game. But if you put the Bondslide, the baby for it, on this route, that gives me a chance to start training up a Sudowoodo from, like, right after the first gym, you know? So, it's accessibility. I think it's awesome. And it adds more life. It's more interesting to have something evolve into something else than to just stay as it is forever, you know? Like, it's a perfect form. So this is the Ravaged Path. We're going to talk to this guy before we go in. There are boulders blocking the way inside the cavern. I think a Pokemon's hidden move will be able to smash those boulders, though. Yeah, so our Rock Smash on Monferno can, actually. So see, this is an example of the HMs. We saw a little bit of it last time, but we never got to actually use it ourselves. We're going to go ahead and fight the Zubat real quick, and then I'll do my demonstration. And so actually, if you notice, a lot of Pokemon early game have normal type moves. And they're generally weaker because normal type moves can't hit anything for super effective damage, and they can't hit ghost types, right? So it's kind of like it's a double whammy in that kind of sense. But if you have a normal type Pokemon, it's actually getting that stab move, the stab boost off of it. So these normal type moves that we have early game, Bidoof's hitting 50% stronger on all of them. And so we're getting a massive power boost. That's another reason he makes the HMs work so well, because they're normal type HMs. So let's grab this potion. Let's switch. Bidoof's getting some levels on him. Let's kind of get Zubat up. Give Zubat a turn. But see, we can kind of explore the region more. We kind of unlock different areas. We can go up there. I actually think there's something up there right now. But you can kind of explore different pathways that'd be otherwise inaccessible. And I really do like that. A lot of people, I mean, I hear a lot of talk about HMs being bad. I mean, it feels like you're really using your Pokemon for something other than just battling. You know, maybe it's a hassle if you're just trying to battle. Oh, this Psyduck is keeping us here. Oh, that's a crit. Okay. But like, I'm here to experience the region. Like, I'm living in this region with a Pokemon, and it feels. I was right. It feels nice to be able to like have them exist in a realm outside of that little battle scene. Got Rock Tomb. Interesting. Now, that is a good move. If we do get Bastiodon, that's a good, like, debuffing move. We'll actually hit and drop the speed of anything, so we can sit in with Bastiodon, take a couple hits, and as we're taking hits, hit him with Rock Tomb, do a little bit of chip damage, and lower the speed, so we can come into something and outspeed a really fast threat. Yeah, and generally if they're really fast and they're hitting hard, they're not gonna be able to break through Bastiodon unless they're hitting for super effective damage on like one of those 4 times effective types. So if anything's that fast, Bastiodon should be able to come in and tank a couple hits for sure. Now there is this region's absolute monster. We will absolutely be facing them. That might not be the best place for Bastiodon. I might consider Bronzong for kind of the boss fight. So I'm thinking there's a very strong Pokemon that we can get pretty soon after Return to City. I'm debating whether I want to get it or not. He would fit on our team. We wouldn't have any type overlap. And he could be kind of good. It might make it too easy. I won't overlevel either way. So if we don't think it's going to make it too easy, Gibble is actually in a cave after Return to City. That evolves into Garchomp. So let me know if you want to see Gibble on the team. I will absolutely go look for one and add it to the team if we get a consensus for it. It does intrigue me a little bit, honestly. I kind of want to use it.
What kind of person are you to be drawn here by the scent of flowers?
Yeah, because I really do like the design of Gibble. I think he's got a lot of personality. Oh, okay. What if we Supersonic here? See, Badoo's Grass and Poison, it really can't do much with stab moves against me. Zubat's pretty safe, but I've only got a Poison. I've only got a Bug move. So it's not a stab move, and it's not even super effective. And he's sitting there setting up with growths. So that might be slightly problematic. I think, guys, honestly, because we did like, what, 2% of his health right there. Zubat's going to get some of the levels because he was in the beginning of the battle. But we're going to let Monferno come in here and just clean this up real quick. Monferno, the cleanup crew. Let's go ahead and Ember. Guys, I think I've actually convinced myself. Let me know if your opinion reinforces that, or if you don't want to see it. But I'm very intrigued by the idea of having Gibble on the team. So, without any outside intervention, I think it's going to happen. So either Bronzong or Bastiodon, and a Gibble in the next slot. I kind of like the sound of that. It's kind of a crack team. Let's grab this item right here. Alright, let's grab this battle. There's actually another HM that we're going to get coming up here soon. I think we can actually give it to Zubat. I think we can. So Cut is going to let us get past those like shrubs. We can cut the shrubs down and progress into like secret areas. I think Zubat can learn Cut. I kind of want to spread my HMs out throughout the team. Bidoof will definitely have a bulk of them because he works with them. But, like, I have Rock Smash on Monferno, and I do want to put Cut on Zubat. I'm not sure what, ooh, we could give Dig to Gibble. That's not an HM, but it works like an HM, and it just, like, takes us out of any cave or any dungeon straight away, kind of like an escape rope. I do like that idea. Okay. So there's Kricketot. He's not going to live to be able to really unleash that Bide. Okay. Cool. Cool. Let's see if we can sneak past this other battle. It might not be an option. So just in case it's not an option, we are going to just heal up our team real quick. We have 4 potions. We can make it work. Yeah, so I was talking about it last couple episodes ago. I don't remember which one. But I don't want to spam potions. I think I don't want to spam them in battle. But I think as like traveling aids, like once I finish a battle, in between battles on a route, kind of just refreshing our team, I kind of like them used like that. Can we skip it? Ooh, cool. Okay. Do we want to? Now that we know we can. Honestly, I think it would be a good opportunity to give Zubat and Bidoof some quick levels. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it real quick. Let's do it. We can one-shot this trainer, can't we, Liz? We're the strongest in our class! So this is actually going to be a double battle. I think they wouldn't challenge you if you only had one Pokemon, but you could challenge them one at a time for 2 single battles. Okay, so I think what we're going to do, a little bit of strategy. I think we're going to focus down one Pachirisu, because once it's just, oh, that did a lot of damage, dude. To both, and we missed our Supersonic. I think one Pachirisu is going to be a lot easier to deal with, so I think we're just trying to get rid of one right now. Oh man, we might need to switch. They're doing a lot, man. Okay, so we're going to go here, and then Bidoof can still handle. Oh, maybe I should be growling with Bidoof. That's what I should have done. That's very true. Okay. So let's go ahead and Ember one of the Pachirisus. Let's growl. Just kind of double debuff them if I don't go down 2 quick attacks first. Okay. Perfect. Now we only have one to deal with, and I think Bidoof and Monferno can handle them now. Get defense curl, okay. Little defense buff. Oh, wait. Bidoof has unaware, right? So the growl's not going to help him, but it will actually help Monferno, so I think I'm okay with that. I'm going to defense curl to help him now. Yeah, he's still going to take as much damage, all the same. Okay, cool. So we can Mach Punch next turn, and that outspeeds their quick attack. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. And that should be the battle. Barely making it through. But we got some good levels on Zubat and Bidoof, so I'm okay with, they're definitely catching up with Monferno. I'm cool with that. Let's go ahead and give them some potions. And these are our last potions right here out of the bag. Let's see. Okay, there's a Pokeball over here. Okay, so we get Bullet Seed. I don't think anybody here can learn that. Unless maybe Bidoof? I doubt it, but I think some like squirrel Pokemon can learn Bullet Seed. Like Greedent can in later generations. I don't think Pachirisu can. Okay. It is a cool coverage move for later. Oh, I forgot about this whole bit. Guys, we're doing Eterna next episode. We still got the whole Floroma Town stretch. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and do this. So if you don't know the lore of Floroma Town, if you can hear that background music, I mean, it's very peaceful, very calming. This was actually a barren wasteland where nothing could grow for the longest time, and then there was an interaction with Shaman here. Someone felt gratitude or something, and Shaman's like the gratitude Pokemon, and it grew these Grasadia flowers all over here, and ever since this place has been blooming full of flowers. So it always smells like flowers in here. There's just like a light breeze across the town. Like these kind of world building towns are, this is awesome. Okay, so if we go over here, we'll see that the Team Galactic grunts are conversing.
Standing among flowers. This doesn't seem cool at all. Hey now, don't complain. This is a pretty decent assignment. But bug and grass type Pokemon so creep me out. I don't like being here either.
Alright, so we're gonna grab these berries off the trees, and then we're gonna head out of Floroma Town to the east. But before we do, we are gonna grab some potions from the Pokemart. Kind of do a little bit of shopping. Grab some super potions. Let's do like 4 again. And some Pokeballs. Let's do 10. Is that way we can get a Premier Ball? Perfect. Yeah.
Welcome to Floroma, the town of flowers, flowers, and more flowers. You should plant some flowers of your own, too. Yay for flowers!
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest, guys. Floroma absolutely slipped my mind. I cannot believe it, but it did. I was kind of so hyped up on a roll from Orberg that I was like, okay, next gym, and I was just focused on Eterna. I really don't want to rush through this. We are gonna hit another story beat right here. I think it's gonna be very interesting, but we will be having to save Eterna for next time. This will be your actual last chance to get some nickname ideas in. I got some pretty good ones that I think are pretty slick. So I didn't mean to click that. So next time we'll be going through Eterna Forest and Eterna City, some of my favorite places in Sinnoh. But this is a very critical story beat, and I'm excited to go through it with you guys. So,
My papa and I lived at the Valley Windworks. But then a whole bunch of people dressed like spacemen came. They kicked me out, and now they're making my papa do something. Please, trainer, I miss my papa.
alright, so we're going to go into the Valley Windworks. Oh, let's grab this along the way. Now, if we didn't have Zubat, this is actually a place where Drifloon spawns after you help out this man in here. I think every Friday he spawns. So we already do have our Zubat, but Drifloon is also a really cool Pokemon, very close to my heart. He played a big part in Pokepark when I was a kid. I played that game. I loved it so much, and Drifloon was a big character in it.
Don't you dare go into the Valley Windworks. I got ordered to keep everyone out if they're not part of Team Galactic. You're giving me a look that makes you think you're gonna try to get in. Okay, then you have to battle me for it.
Alright, so let's see what he leads with. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and switch in that Monferno, because this is actually a very big threat to my Zubat. Let's go ahead and Mach Punch. So, I mean, I know we said we weren't going to try to overlevel Monferno. I'm still not going to try to overlevel Monferno. But the state he's in right now might actually be our only saving grace for this fight that's coming up here. And I don't even know if he's going to be able to pull it through. He might be able to. This is a run killer in a lot of Nuzlocke if you're familiar.
So, isn't that just great, getting owned by some kid? But you can't do a thing if I lock myself into the Works Key. That's right, the other Works Key is not here. My cohorts in the Flower Patch are the only other one. Haha, in that sense, I'm no longer the loser.
Kerchunk. Alright, so let's go back, coming back into Floroma Town. And now they're inside the Flower Patch, Floroma Meadow.
Enough arguing. Hand over that sweet honey. Do as we say. Team Galactic will have that honey. We must have it to attract Pokemon in great numbers. You fool. Hey, this kid is a witness. What do? We don't need the brat running off to get help. The solution's simple. We ensure the brat stays quiet.
Alright, so we got another double battle. Some more level chances for, oh, it's a single battle. Might be. I was gonna say more chances for, Zubat and Bidoof to level up. I think... Can Bidoof handle a Stunky? I think he can. I actually really like Stunky and Stuntank's design. Ooh, Stunky is... This is why it's so easy, honestly, to have your starter get over level. You gotta put in some serious effort to really try to push your other team members in there. You know, if one of them just pulls ahead, it just naturally gets pumped ahead. I'm trying to do everything I can to kind of keep them balanced. But I mean, this is the king of the team, so I don't mind if he's stronger than the rest of them. Just, I'm gonna try to make it not too much stronger. We gotta meet somewhere in the middle, you know? Alright, Zubat's level 9. Okay, we actually get Astonished as a ghost move. And then Battle 2.
This is why I'm gonna be stuck as a grunt forever. This is so lame. They're gonna dock my pay. I'm up next, haha. Battling you right after my cohort weekend you gives me the edge.
Let's go ahead and send out Zubat. Zubat versus Zubat. No, he's only level 11, so I feel like we can actually do something here. Okay, so he's got the same idea. A battle of supersonics. Okay, we are confused. Okay, and we confuse back. Perfect. So we're actually going to get confused, and we're going to swap into our Bidoof. We got our support off. Ooh, Bidoof's only half health. I kind of forgot about that. I'm not going to lie. Okay, hurts up with confusion. Kind of thematic with this too. Earlier this morning, if you guys are keeping up with my channel, I did my progression series episode with Lettuceman, and there was a deck that I built kind of based around confusion. It was a cool deck. I've never seen this card before in my life. I mean, he put in some work. So guys, go ahead and check that out. It was in our Gym Leader Heroes section of the stream. I mean, that was an absolute go-to deck. It pulled off some crazy plays. Alright, so it looks like we're going to live that leech life. And this tackle's going to hit pretty hard. Can we do half? We can't do half. Okay, so it looks like Monferno's going to have to come in. Clean up crew. Back at it again. Alright, cool. So we're going to go ahead and Ember. And that should finish him. Oh, it didn't finish him off. Oh my goodness. Who'd have thunk? We're going to Mach Punch. We're going to finish off 4 times resisted. Looks like he only has like 1 HP anyway. Alright, Bidoof is now level 10. He's catching up. Slowly but surely.
I want a promotion so I can get some tougher Pokemon.
Alright, we got some money for winning.
This brat's tough, like really, really tough. Tougher than I can put into words, and I know a lot of words. We're done for here. Let's get back to the Valley Windworks.
What's this thing? They seem to have forgotten it. It's a works key. It must be for the Valley Windworks. It's of no use to me. You may as well have it.
And we got the works key.
Thank you. You surely saved me. Those goons were trying to rob me of my sweet, sweet honey. They sure were weird, though. You saw how they were dressed. What they were saying didn't make a whole lot of sense either. Oh, I need to thank you. This sweet, sweet honey. Go on, take a whole lot.
Alright, so actually, before we leave this Floroma Meadow, there we go, we are going to use this honey.
Slather that honey on a sweet-smelling tree. It might attract Pokemon.
Yeah, so we'll put that on this tree, and we'll check back in later, see if anything comes up. Any interesting team members. I do know there's a rare team member. I might even double up on normal types if the one comes through. If y'all are familiar with Snorlax, very popular Pokemon. Actually getting a new conversion form or something. Maybe a regional form. in Pokopia in Mosslax. I really like that. It reminds me of Delta Snorlax from Pokemon Insurgence. But Munchlax can actually show up on those honey trees. It's like a 1% chance. But I'd double up with Bidoof if I had a Snorlax on the team too.
What? No way! You have the key? Locking the door was meaningless! I am the loser in this after all! This is no time for self-pity! I gotta alert the commander!
Oh shoot, I just realized we didn't heal Bidoof. Do we have potions? Okay, we do have potions. Let's go ahead and heal Bidoof up. Let's keep Zubat in the front, just kind of get some levels.
Oh wait, this is no fun and games! This is proper work, I tell you!
I like the encounter music, like when you first run into them, that kind of like bum bum ba ba dum ba dum ba, like that jazz. It makes things kind of tense without making it too serious sounding. Alright, looks like we're going to hit him with, oh, I guess a growl. I was going to try to hit a tackle, but we have a little bit of joystick hypersensitivity. So we're going to go ahead and switch. Nope, not running. There we go. Into Monferno. Leech Life should do almost nothing. Should be absolutely fine. 1 HP on a crit. That's what we're talking about. Okay, so let's hit this Zubat with Ember.
What? Some brat messed up my job?
Alright, let's sneak around to the next grunt. And here we go. This is the moment of truth. We are going to heal up our team right before this match, because we are going to need it. I think Zubat and Bidoof are going to handle the first part, but Monferno is going to need to step in.
I'm one of Team Galactic's 3 commanders. No, wait, that's one of 4 commanders.
I feel like she's got a little deeper of a voice here. I'm trying to balance this.
My name is Mars. We've been trying to create a new world that's better than this one.
Oh.
But people have shown little understanding about what we do. You don't understand either, do you? It's a little saddening. So let's have a battle to decide what we should do next. If I win, you leave. If you win, we, Team Galactic, will leave.
What about like a breathy voice almost? I feel like, I'm not sure. But here's Commander Mars, right? This one is an insanely hard fight for the early game. The Zubat kind of catches you, like it's not that intense of a battle, so you're kind of like off guard. You can let your Pokemon take some damage, and then her ace comes in right after, and that's when we're dealing with a slaughterer of men. Let me tell you what. A slaughterer of Bidoofs. This Zubat's actually being pretty strong against our, oh, we get Toxic too? See, here's the thing. We might actually need to send Monferno in on this Zubat, and he's gonna have to sustain a little bit of damage.
What do you think you're doing to my Pokemon?
There we go. I feel like that, like a little bit more breathy, fits her. Maybe even a little bit deeper of a voice, but I'm not sure. I have to work on that one. Okay, so so here we go. Let's hope this Ember one-shots. I don't even know if it will, honestly. Zubat's not frail. No. Okay, not at this point in the game, at least. Okay, so cool. We are going to take a hit, although I think we are going to have one of our other team members take a hit, because we need as much HP as we can facing this next. We can't. I forgot we're not in switch mode. We're on set mode. Okay, so it doesn't matter what we do here. we will not be getting to attack. Look at this. Fake out. Okay. I feel like that doesn't even do it justice for how strong this thing is. Because imagine if you crit, that doubles damage, gets stab off of those moves. Okay. Okay, so look. Ooh, we got the defense. I want to emphasize the fact that if we have not gotten the defense lower, we would not have won this match. And also, if we didn't have Mach Punch in addition to Rock Smash. And even then, I don't know if the defense lower is going to be enough. That's why you pick Monferno, ladies and gentlemen. That is why. I mean, like, any other starter would struggle with that so hard. We almost died from that. I think Monferno is the most advantageous starter against that.
This can't be! I lost! You brat! Oops, I messed that one up. That's alright though, I quite enjoyed our battle.
My, lose to a child, will you? But no matter, we've collected plenty of electricity. With the power we obtained, we can do something quite spectacular. It seems quite obvious to me, Charon. The genius even the boss recognizes. I don't know if that's Charon or Charon. I'm gonna go back and forth. Now, Mars, we should get going.
Will you shut it? The boss is the only person in the world who's allowed to order me around. You can keep quiet around me. You only joined us recently. Don't think you're important. I guess it's time to say goodbye and leave for the time being.
Team Galactic. They were saying they had to gather Pokemon and energy no matter what. It was for creating a new universe, or so they claimed. Nothing they said made any sort of sense to me. I can't tell you how grateful I am for you saving me. I can finally see my little daughter again.
Papa! Yuck! Papa, you're stinky! Go shower now, Stinky!
Oh, sorry. They had me working non-stop.
Thank you, trainer. You made those bad people go away. I think the balloon Pokemon will come visiting again.
Yes, that's the Drifloon that comes to visit on Fridays. I am honestly very surprised that we did survive that. It was really banking entirely on that Rock Smash defense lowering, because otherwise I think I'd need to bring in Zubat, but it would have died on the switch in to Perugly, and I wouldn't have had a chance to heal up Monferno, and I don't think there's any way to win that unless I get a crit on Mach Punch. So guys, we totally clutched that. I'm very proud of Monferno here.
Ah, yes, it is you, yes. I've heard that the Team Galactic appeared at the power plant. I have therefore come running. So the Team Galactic, where are they? You've run them off, you say? You're a trainer, but... Very well, I shall go investigate inside.
Now I wonder, I think I've gone in here once, but I forget what he says. Oh, there he is.
Magnificent! Yes, it is! What you've said, it's all true! Superb! Though you are young, you are a trainer through and through. Very well, I shall pursue the culprits. I have received tips that the Team Galactic hideout is in Eterna City. To there, I must be off!
And there goes Looker. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We'll go ahead and we'll heal up next episode. We're going to give a little bit back to the environment here. We're going to go ahead and plant these trees. And don't worry, we will water them next episode. In terms of the gameplay state, it will be minutes after I plant these trees. So these berries will not go to waste. But that's where we're going to drop off for this episode. I know it's a little bit of a longer one today, but we did have a lot of story beats to hit. A lot to happen. I really don't want to rush through these story beats. I think there's a lot to see in Sinnoh, and you really got to take your time, like I was saying. So, thanks for joining me today. Next episode is when we'll be traveling through Eterna Forest, Eterna City, and dropping those nicknames on our Pokemon. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to this channel for more Pokemon Let's Plays just like this. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next time. It's going to be one of my favorite treks, a trek through one of my favorite areas of the Sinnoh region, and I'm excited to take you guys with me. But for right now, this has been Ev, bringing the blaze back. And as always, until next time, make sure to stay blazing.